I carry my mom in my Lionel, and she ain't an Aaliyah everywhere I go.
Cassandra Desmond began her testimony by acknowledging the family members she lost. She's waited 4 years to tell her story.
It took me 2 weeks to actually be able to build up the strength to face my 5-year-old little girl and tell her that Nanny Bryn and Uncle Lionel are gone.
Her twin sister Chantel told the inquiry she was the one to discover the gruesome scene. She testified from another room due to the pandemic.
I now have my own PTSD. I still smell the blood. Even when I explain the story, the smell of the blood, the smell of what they're cooking in the house.
She says there were signs, even from her brother's 10-year-old daughter.
And she told me, Chantel, I love my daddy, but he's angry a lot. And I said, oh, baby, I said, he'll be okay.
Of course, it wasn't. Cassandra testified goofy Lionel was dark and distant after returning from Afghanistan. But try as he might, he couldn't get the help he needed. She read her brother's own words.
There's no support in place. I feel like you're thrown to the wolves and the rest is for the seagulls.
Desmond's cousin and retired member of the Canadian Armed Forces says a fatal flaw was that Desmond was released from the military without his medical records. He testified it also took DND too long to transfer them to the Provincial Health Authority, despite the efforts of psychiatrists and Desmond himself to get them.
4 people are dead because they didn't make one simple step. One step, that's all it takes.
This is a fatality inquiry, not a public inquiry, which means it does not seek to lay blame, but rather determine why this happened and make recommendations to prevent anything like it from happening again. Kayla Hounsell, CBC News, Halifax.